Bathmate's new penis pump has two features that guys with erectile dysfunction need daily, but for some reason aren't offered by any other pumps on the market. This hand pump is the first one. The second is that you use the pump wet to get your daily penis exercise and dry to get fired up for a bit of spontaneous fun. Erectile dysfunction is the most common men's sexual health problem that we diagnose and treat at Restorative Health Clinic, which makes sense because according to the National Institute of Health, half of you fellas will unfortunately cop it at some stage of your life. There are heaps of common causes of erectile dysfunction like ageing, heart failure, anxiety, and heaps of not so common ones. We'll revisit these later. I just want to reassure you that a qualified, experienced men's sexual health practitioner will be able to figure out what's going on and sort you out with a treatment plan to get your old fella upright in the short and the long term. And that treatment plan will most likely include using this pump. Now I'm going to show you how this pump works. Believe it or not, the 6 P's, prior preparation prevents a piss poor performance, applying to using a penis pump. So first, you need to do some manscaping to get a good seal. Don't worry about shaving the area, just trim it with some scissors or a trimmer. Carefully, short enough that you can get good contact with the skin. Usually, you want sex to be spontaneous, which is why it's great that you can use this pump dry. No need to jump in the bathtub or the shower to get your old fella upright. So, first thing you need to do is put one of these silicone rings around the base of your penis. You pick the right size ring. That may involve a bit of trial and error, but once you know the one, you'll be good to go. The purpose of the ring is to hold the erection solid after you've pumped him up and remove the pump. These rings are great as they're soft, they're a low profile, and the shape may even give them some extra stimulation. They also have 2 notches in them. One is for the dorsal vein and one's for the urethra, allowing for normal function while maintaining an erection. Having a slot for the urethra means that you can ejaculate as normal if you haven't had prostate cancer treatment, and the slot for the dorsal vein allows some blood to still flow into the penis. But a special note, if you have climacturia, which is a common issue after prostate cancer surgery, when a bit of wee comes out when you have an orgasm, we need to turn the ring a little bit to the side so it blocks the urethra off. The designer has thought of everything. These rings are designed for comfort and performance. So what do? We get the pump and we have a look at this valve. We turn it 45 degrees clockwise and then add a little bit of lube to the base, which I happen to have some handy. Pop it on like so. Then you get the ring that is the correct size and you pop it over. Then you pop it here. Now when you look at the pump, you'll see that it's angled down. You need to make sure that it's angled correctly. The reason it's like that is to stop your balls getting sucked in. So on he goes like that. Then you pick up your hand pump, you pop it on like that, and then you just pump, pump, pump until you get him nice and firm. Now make sure you don't do it too tight because you don't want it too hard because you might do some damage, but obviously you need to have him hard enough that he's going to be nice and firm. When you finish, take this off, turn the valve back to the left, push the valve in, which will release the pressure. Off he is, and there he is, trapped with his little ring, ready to go. So, you've had your fun with the pump, but we still need to exercise your penis every day. So you're going to get the best results from having warm water like a shower or a bath to get the blood flowing. So I thought the best way to demonstrate this would be to use the fish tank. So the first thing you do is you turn the valve 45 degrees clockwise to prepare the pump. Then if you're in the shower, you fill it up under the shower head, or if you're in the bath or the fish tank, you fill it up in there. One patient of mine even told me he does it in the swimming pool. This is weird, but I feel very sorry for his neighbours, but it works for him. So the next thing you need to do is fill your pump up like so. So you pop it on, making sure that the angle is the same as I showed you before because you don't want your balls getting sucked in. Then you grab your hand pump, pop it on the end here like so, squish it in, and then you start pumping. Now, if you have a look inside my tube here, the water's coming out the bottom, and so it's just displacing the water, sucking the blood into your penis and getting him nice and erect. Now, when we're doing exercise, I want you to do this daily, and it isn't all about how big it is. All you need to do is make sure that the erection is about 50-60%. We're just trying to get him a bit full of blood and get him exercised. Once he's up to there, you hold it in the tube for 1 minute, take the hand pump off, release this by turning the valve left to 45 degrees again, push the valve in, the water will release and he'll come off. Now, you need to repeat this 3 times. You do it 3 times in one session, once a day, and that'll help keep your penis healthy, stop him from getting smaller and shriveling up on you. If you can, leave your pump in the shower or next to the bathtub to remind you to do your exercise daily, because consistency really is the key to keeping your penis healthy when you've got erectile dysfunction. Daily use can lead to improved circulation, better erectile function, and increased confidence. This is particularly important when you have erectile dysfunction because it can be caused by prescription medication, prostate or bladder cancer treatment, or illness, and it might stop your penis from working and getting its regular workout at night. These nocturnal erections are really important that they're happening while you're sleeping. You're most likely blissfully unaware that each night while you're asleep, your body secretly exercises your penis to keep him healthy, unless of course you've got erectile dysfunction. When you've got ED, your penis won't be getting the recommended 3 to 5 hard-ons per night, putting you at risk of further loss of erectile function and even penis shrinkage. Guys with erectile dysfunction need to be using a pump like this daily to substitute the exercise their penis is missing out on, so they keep it healthy and avoid this shrinkage. This is part of an erectile dysfunction treatment plan to get you back to your old self, and the reason I'm making this video is to show you how amazing this new Bathmate pump is. The fact you can easily use it without getting wet, so you can spontaneously get your old fella upright to have sex, is also a huge bonus. So if you don't have one of these, you should be getting your hands on one. Thanks for sticking around this long. I hope you've learnt something new, and now I'm going to feed my fish.